Good morning. Today is January 4th, 2021, and I am sending you this message today from the city of Bethlehem. My name is Sami Awad, and it is an honor for me to be the first message of the Ring of Power for this new year. Many people think that Christmas is over. For us in Bethlehem, we are still mid-season in Christmas. We still have actually 2 more Christmases to go. The Orthodox Christmas and the Armenian Christmas are still coming up. So it is still a good time to remember the story of Christmas on this day as we start the new year. And one of the highlighted points of the story was when the angels came to the shepherds and in the glory and the majesty of heaven declared peace on earth and goodwill to all. And I've been reflecting this season on this message that we seem to take for granted. And the question I started asking was, where is this peace that they are promising us? Where is this peace that they declared 2,000 years ago? Since that time and before that time, we have been living violence, we have been living war, we have been living abuse of power, we have been living destruction of nature, destruction of each other. We have not had peace on earth. So were the angels lying to us? Were the angels deceiving us? What's wrong with that message? Where did we miss it? And in my reflection, I realized that the angels were actually not wrong, but we were wrong in misunderstanding what the message was. And the message wasn't the political peace that we all thought will come or still dream to come. Their message wasn't even about peace between humans that they declared. Their message was about that the model of peace was born for us. The person who was going to teach us how to live peace in our lives was born on that day. And that person grew up to be a model of peace, of justice, of healing, of deep commitment to loving, and not just love, to unconditional love, and even to loving the enemy. And he presented this as a full model and called us to love our enemies. But we looked at Jesus simply as a messianic savior figure, and for the most part forgot all of his teachings, and especially that core teaching of being a peacemaker. But many of us do talk about peace. Many of us do wish for peace. Many of us preach peace. Where is that peace nonetheless? And another reflection that I've had this season was that Jesus once told his followers, how can you put new wine in old wine vessels? What will happen to new wine if you put it in old wine vessels? Well, we know that new wine will lose its newness, its freshness, once you put it in old wine vessels. And so for me, one of the reflections was that if we keep talking about peace, and we keep talking about hope, and we keep talking about love, but our bodies and our consciousness is still connected to the old paradigms, the old ways of thinking, then all of these words will become meaningless, will become nothing. The message is that we also have to transform and change our entire beings, in our bodies and in our consciousness as well. And once we do that, then we become the peacemakers that he was, and that the angels called us to become as well. And so for me, this Christmas season, this time when the birth of the light, which the sun is starting to come out behind me, is to really ask the question, what does it take for us to become peacemakers? What does it take for me to actually shift the paradigm of my consciousness and of my thoughts and of my being? What is the newness that I want to emerge in this world that we are seeing so much fear and so much mistrust and so much violence? How can I not allow those things to affect me, but allow the new spirit, the new wine, to be the fullness of my being? Towards the end of his ministry, Jesus says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God," which is closing the connection to the angels. Peacemakers have the purity of the child. This is what the angels were declaring. This is what Jesus said. And so my wish is that we, all of us, engage in this deep inner peace work, not just for the sake of our inner being, but for the sake of us becoming the vessels that carry this light on this beautiful earth and bring healing to our humanity and bring healing to this beautiful earth that we love and we belong to. Thank you.